It's going to be $10,000. Remember, every team participating at least walks away with $2,500, and we will now see where that circle comes in. And we did not get the military job, but we got
maybe
a nice
tomorrow.
one.
Maybe
Yeah.
tomorrow. Maybe
We've had everything else, so we deserve one, right?
We pretty much have had it. No, we haven't had a southeastern circle. We've been in the north a couple of times now, though. And let's see this time around. Will the guys in what am I trying to say here? Will the guys in wow, I lost my word. In Access Stars, thank you. Access Stars go, yes, Lion. No, they won't. I took too much time to figure it out. They're going back to George Paul.
They're going to go and take it nice and chill, though. This is a good spot for them. No one else is going to be contesting it. They'll have a nice advantage going into it early on here. And I love this from LGE and L-Stars.
Oh, they're changing up as well. L-Stars, they're going south.
They really want to kind of maneuver around here. I feel a bit worried for Yak. He's quite far away from the rest of his team.
Are they doing this again?
No, really?
Are you that... Oh, no. I think they're going for vehicles.
Hopefully.
I think it seemed like they're just taking vehicles and running. Please be the case. Oh, but as I say that, Simi goes down, Sebek goes down. Why
Brilliant start, Afrika.
do you want to take these fights, guys? You know what? We cannot... Let's not try and act like super clever. It's a really... Let's put it this way. It's a very, very dangerous strategy. Sure, you can get out with kills if you get weapons early. You can benefit from this, but as you can see here, it is also very likely to go wrong. And unfortunately for the guys in Sun Sisters, it just hasn't panned out the way they wanted it to.
Yeah, I'm guessing their planning behind it was like, okay, let's go and take the fight to Afrika this time. Let's see if we can turn him around. And instead, already going down with 2 players.
Also, timeout. Last time this fight happened here was actually the guys in Purple Mood that was up here. It wasn't Sun Sisters. But it doesn't take anything away from the fact that Sun Sisters has been a team that's been fighting early a lot.
Actually, a good point as well, then, because Sun Sisters may have had no idea that Afrika dropped there last time.
That's what I'm saying.
And then, yeah,
so we cannot say boo Sun Sisters because it's not on them. It's just we see it so many times through these early game fights. Wait, and you got to think, I mean, they see them fly next to them in the parachute.
That's
they
what
must
I was
know
going to
that
say.
they're there,
So
right?
surely, if they've seen them, right, you go, look, this map's big enough. Let's not go and contest this straight away.
Yeah. And I think they probably wanted to go for those vehicles, but realizing too late that these guys, they've had their weapons that they needed, and unfortunately take it down. Rosa, once they get the long-range kills on towards the guys from 17. Had a good second-place finish off in last game, but... Let's see now, will they make it all the way up to the mountains of Stalber before they're shot out of the sky? Rio, can you do this? No, he cannot, Godly! That's one hell of a shot from the vehicle right there.
Aerowolf coming into their own once again, and I'm loving this. This plays over just today in general is like they've turned around, and I'm seeing a whole different team here, Toby. It is not what we saw from them yesterday. They've really brought their A game.
Some teams, they just need that talk with the coach. They need that extended amount of time to look through the videos, see what the other teams did, and we talked about some teams being able to adapt off of that. Some teams struggling a bit more. A team in, for example, AHQ, they have been forced into some of these fights where they're just not on their home turf. I mean, they're not in their comfort zone when they're taking those fights, and they have to figure out how can we put ourselves into situations where we don't necessarily have the upper hand in every fight, but at least we got a chance to pick and choose when we want to take the engagement.
And that's the thing, right? Clover being the coach, Sarah Aerowolf, yesterday he would have been doing his homework after seeing those first games and said, guys, we've had some nice engagements, but it just wasn't good enough in actual the team play and how we were working it. Let's try and change things up a little bit. And certainly today, it's just, like I said, it is watching a whole different team here. Now, Rangers on your screen, game after game, these guys have started to look more solid. They're right up there at the moment, flying the flag high for Korea, as a lot of these teams are doing. And Rangers, they would love a win. That would do wonders for their point scenario.
Yeah, for sure. They really would like. They have been up there. They're very much capable of delivering at the highest level of, well, not only in Asia, but in the world. The SK, so these guys, they are so talented. And they just need that little extra push to get all the way up there.
Now, we'll see a little bit of a firefight between Afrika and AHQ. And one thing I just wanted to note, okay, it's $5,000 on the line for this entire event. $250,000 for first, $100,000 for second, $50,000 for third, and $25K for fourth. Which means if OP can hang in there, get another win potentially, that's going to solidify them in at least top 4, kind of looking really strong.
I mean, also there's still a whole full day of games to be played. I mean, everything can happen tomorrow. The way that L-Stars started out yesterday, both them and the guys in Access Red could have that day tomorrow. We never know, and it's a team that is managing to keep the momentum, first of all, going, and if it goes down, then bounce back immediately coming into next game. That will end out on top.
Now, Really like this from AHQ, taking the fight straight to a Freaker once they're in their vehicles. Got him out of position a little bit here. Milk's taking a few shots. You can see Rojas has a pot shot but can't make it connect. They do just want to be aware of exactly the positions that a Freaker are going to go and put themselves in. But what they've done now, actually, is split a Freaker. Look at this. 3 players all in different positions at the moment. While AHQ, they're playing it together. Now, L-Stars, Aldo, he's under some heavy fire. Got to run away in the car. He's taking a lot of damage. He needs to be so careful. Milk's gone down in the meantime, though. Can he be finished off? He should have his teammate there to back him up a little bit. And
one more tap.
Oh, there we go.
Just goes to the vehicle for the dramatic effect. I like it.
He's like,
wait, did he?
I'm not risking it.
I was going to say, I think there was one more guy in the vehicle. Maybe he did. But Edward will go down. They are in, as we said earlier with the Rangers boys, they are in uncharted territory. We have not been dropping up or down here in this tournament a lot so far. So unfortunately not aware that Nova are right around the corner.
Yeah, and Anini, he can certainly hear what's going on.
Trying to see if he can come on and get himself a good pick. Same thing happens for Sug. We know he's a capable shooter. Can he take down Win? Actually lands a headshot with a 1 bullet. More damage needed, though, to take down Win and potentially calls the guys from L-Stars to lose 2 players in the very first rotation. They haven't even started looting really yet.
Because look, they're making so much noise on this rotation with cars that actually about 3 different teams have now had fires at them.
Yep.
And that means that you're taking damage. You're being whittled down ever so slowly. You've got to be so cautious.
In all fairness, it did rotate from Milta all the way to Komeshki, so odds are that they would run into people. There's Z-Easy here making the run up. Mental, he's on this hill. You do not. It's like a magnet. He's just tracking him over towards him. Spots on the wrong side. Shots are connected, but fortunately, Easy lives to see another day. That could have gone very wrong for him.
Yeah, the speed of that bike really benefiting Easy, but L-Stars, they're risking it all the way. You are in a good spot, but you've not solidified it just yet.
Also, I like the communication here. We see Easy taking shots. He will immediately put out a ping or just scream in his microphone, "There's a guy on me, do not come through here." Why did he? Still wants to go up to his teammates, and he'll make the rotation underneath. Smart reaction play from a very skilled player from L-Stars right there. Where did they all go? Yeah. Where's my kills? I could have had them all.
That's literally what I was about to say. It's like he's just on the edge of it. He can hear what's going on, but he can't find the players to fire up again. Unfortunate.
But L-Stars did manage to get out of it. Fortunately, able to stay put, but losing 1 player. And look at the new circle now, forcing them back down south. We've seen endings in this area before, and we could very well go back to just exactly where the guys from Axis Red won their 2nd game today.
Now look here as well, Afrika and AHQ still battling back and forth in that same position.
Yep.
Now they would have seen this circle pop. One of them is going to have to decide when to rotate, and this is where we're probably going to see one of these teams either go down or take some more casualties, because this is going to be a hard one to kind of go around each other. Actos is going to be the next team on their kind of way into this, but they've got a lot of teams around them, so how are they going to position themselves this time around? Because last time they got themselves into a good position until Wendy went down, and then we started to see, oh, okay, we now need to change our game plan. We can't rely on him to do the heavy damage, but this is good already. Look, they're going to go get themselves into a nice little bit of an area here. They've got the vehicles all around. Star-Lord's there already scouting it out, and LSN just around the corner, but I don't think anyone would jump out into him yet. They've just had the information that, okay, someone else is a little bit closer, and actually, shots coming in regardless of LSN.
Yeah, I mean, they saw, or at least they heard, that all of the guys from Actors came in. LSN was all by himself in the compound, probably went up there to scout it to begin with. They were split 2-2, not something we've seen at all, actually, come to think of it. But they were split 2-2, they had LSN there, and smart play from him backing off. He knew their full team was coming in hot, and he did not want to take the fight there. They're running into a new fight now, though, because Rex reached him. They're already in here.
He's going to drive the car straight in.
Got
use this some cover as well. Why not? Let's see if he can make it work. The nades go off, though. Kongwoo's going to find it. And they've got the advantage in terms of positioning, at least for now. Oh, the molly being used at the same time. The nade comes in. That's 2 of them knocked now. This is getting very risky for SSS. This is the Chinese SSS, though. What are they going to be able to do here? Smoke's going to go down to provide some of that cover, but you can see they're on the hunt. They want to be able to try and finish this off. Oh, PQ, he's trying to get it done, but is he going to be able to make it happen? Yu spraying him down. He doesn't want to take the risk of going too far in. This could still be all to play for. It's Man who's going to be trying to hold them off from the sides here. They're playing around the sandbags, and it's all just trying to find this one final member to be able to finish off here. Coppin Lee jumps out, throws in the nade. Isn't going to do any damage, maybe a bit too far off there, but they know exactly where he is now. His teammate, he's even spotted it for him. He's like, okay, guys, we've seen him. We know where he is, and it's all just a waiting game. Coppin Lee, what can he do? He's ducking and diving around this building at the moment. Kongmu doesn't want to be too much of a risk, and if he can get this revive off, that's going to be key and trying to help him out here, get the health bar all the way back up for his team.
And you gotta say, the amount that they have stalled SSS, they were full on 4-man sprinting in on this, and they actually buy themselves some time. The guys from Rex region really, really well played. No over-aggressive peaks, plays it defensive. They get the initial knock onto one guy to kind of put a dent in the speed of their attack there, and they actually, at least for now, managed to stay put. But L-Stars making their rotation in as we go back to this fight. Now Crest Gaming joining in on the action here. We know that the Japanese guys like to fight early, and they have a perfect third-party opportunity here.
And the thing is, both teams that they're going up against are clustered together around the sandbags and the containers out there. This is going to make it a little bit harder for both teams to even try and move, because they know that Crest have a huge advantage here, not just in positionary, but just how it's all going down. And look who else is on the side. Axers, they look like they could come into it if they want to. Hulk takes down Pure Boy. This is great opportunity. Kills and sprays going across the board. Not much health at all whatsoever. And Hulk's just thinking, I'm on some cleanup duty right now. Rex are eliminated. They'll be the first team gone. And SSS, they've got to be oh so careful, because there's plenty more teams around them hungry for the kills.
Not only do they need to completely reset and focus fire elsewhere, they also need to get healed up. They need to get ready to take this fight, reload their weapons, and turn them on. Fortunately for them, Axis make the runoff. They have a good spot in the circle. They do not want to risk losing it. So they see Hulk running back down immediately. Starlord already on the vehicle. Where can I go? What can I scout? Where should I go? I want to go explore. But the team's like, we're inside the circle. Just chill. Just chill. Come to us, man.
This is Starlord. He goes, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, Super Scout!
Yeah.
He's ready for it every single time. Now, one thing we saw when the map came up there was AHQ. They were still hanging around the same position that them and Afrika were playing against. Afrika have bolted and gone all the way down, through over to the east side and coming back round to the south. So they're looking to replay the circle and not engage just yet.
How did they just swap compounds? Because Crest Gaming, they were over in the other house. They just swapped buildings. How did that happen?
Did that happen when Actors was taking the shots?
I think it happened. They ran around like they did a merry-go-round and swapped buildings. That's actually pretty hilarious.
This has benefited SSS, though. This has given them a chance to not be completely taken out just
yet. You say that, but look at Actors. They have made their way back up towards the volcano spot, as we like to call it, the spot they're sitting right now, as a dip in the middle, thus volcano. And they're sitting right now holding off Purple Mood. Now we see Areas taken down once again. This action is going in. NB taking down a return, one down for each team, but they only have one more player alive in SS. This could come to cost them.
Wendy, he sat there like, come on, poke out. Someone make a mistake. You guys keep fighting each other, and I'll pick you guys apart. I'll take you down. Ares and Pure Boy, though, they're playing it smart. The revives are coming in. SSS doing the same. The difference here, though, is that, at least for me, Crest, they're starting to feel a little bit more confident with it. They're wanting to go in with the aggression.
What I love with SSS peeking this is you constantly see, we talked about that in the game yesterday that they won as well. Every time they do these peeks, they'll get the control, but now Kurat with the deadly barrel up close gets the knock on up to 61, and it's all up to NB now. Can he do this? One guy by himself. I believe it's the second knock, not going to come in and rest here. All by himself now, 1 versus 3. It's the Chinaman here against the guys from Japan. This is going to be very tough for him. He's not going to push anything, that's for sure.
Yeah, massive lead here for Crest as well. 4 kills are up, though, on the SSS side. Another knockdown comes in. Ares goes in with it. Can he finish any of them off? They're trying to spray around it. He's playing it well from this position, doing a lot of damage. It's actually phenomenal that he's able to do this much work, but he will get eliminated. The second team out of the equation, but that was a little bit too close for comfort in my eyes.
Extremely close. They played it well, they pushed together, but not able to connect the shots. Fortunately, Crest Game will live to see another day, but now AHQ taking a fight and once again eliminated early on, this time around by the guys from the bottom from Armory Gaming. More shots coming in. When lining up shots towards Afrika as they try to push in towards the compound. He's all by himself. He needs to buy as much time as he possibly can for his teammates to come down and help him.
Look how fast, though, Afrika are pushing up into this. They know exactly where he is. They want to get their teammate back up, but they want to finish off one of the L-Stars players. And they've already lost one, but Style, he's the second one to be knocked. Afrika have to be so careful because Win, he has all the advantage on the high ground. And they're just reviving him up in the open at the moment because he does finally get knocked down, which isn't a problem. Get all the players up now, just in case L-Stars try to come back into it. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're hoping they can save their teammate.
Easy is driving on over. This is extremely
Well,
scary because I think the only reason that Freaka pushed this was because they knew it was just one guy in there. And now he's trapped down here. I'm not sure if this is the play you want to make. Wind gets finished off. They now know that the entire compound is clear. And for Easy to be one guy against 4 now, this is extremely dangerous. His vehicle is getting blown apart as we speak. And for him to be able to leave this area is going to be really, really difficult.
So many nades coming across. Easy is pinned
He's
down. The nades absolutely ruin him. Freaka, they are on it, and they're trying to get this done. It's only YDD remaining now because Easy's going to be finished off, and this is a brilliant play, but Elstar, once again, they can't catch the
An unfortunate and clear misplay from Easy. That once his teammate was knocked, he should have been there immediately to help him. If you're not already there, you gotta just give him up. Danchi on the run here. We do see Starlord go down. That's the IGL taken out early on last game. They had Juanita taken down early. They did manage to make it far anyway, but now we'll see with their in-game leader taken out of the game this early on, will it impact the way that the guys from Actus play?
Nice positions here for Entus and LGE, though. They're looking strong at the moment. YDD, he's got to be so cautious. Look at everyone around him. Freaka, Nova, Entus from all different sides, all different perspectives. Going to make this very hard for him to try and get out of that alive with the rest of his team being taken out. Now, Aerowolf, right? We keep saying it. They're starting to just come into these games a little bit more. But again, they're very down and out of this in terms of numbers to fight with. So they've got to look for some golden opportunities to maybe jump into a firefight that's already going on and try to take advantage of that.
See, Godfrey here with a good high ground position. This compound has been the center of attention for a good fair share of 3 circles now. Absolutely insane how so many teams have fought around here. 3 teams have been eliminated in here. Make that 2, actually. Sorry, 1 team did mention make their way out. But 2 teams eliminated inside this area. Now could be 1 more on the rise. Crest Gaming up against Armory Gaming. 1 team might just be eliminated before they manage to leave, because Circle is going to close in already, and this compound is not in.
Oh, nicely done,
Elstar.
Stars.
13th place. Not a good second day.
No, this is not what they would have wanted. We started to see them do better on the previous round. This time, they pay the price for it. It's not going to happen.
No, Sun Sisters. They flipped the vehicle and killed each other.
You hate to see it.
No, that's not what you want to have happen. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
And this is why we try to split up in vehicles. It stops stuff like that from happening.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that they were driving in a bike and someone popped the tire and they flipped because of it. But that's really, really unfortunate. Now we see Courage go down, trying to see if they can get the kills. And Eska once again with the bold action. We haven't seen him really prime off the way that we saw him in PGI earlier this year. Might just have a chance though. And for General, making the run up by himself. Now it does have a teammate, Abuya. That headset precision didn't come in to help him, will get knocked, but Pure Boy taken out in return. So solid 3-on-1 should they be able to get the rest of Eska. Again, with the bold action sniper in hand. Where are the guys from Airwolf? I can tell you they're running straight down into the guys from Actus.
Now, with Rangers that you keep seeing here, right, they've been the consistent team. They're not so much getting all the kills all the time, but they're able to hang in there, sitting around the top range. And this is why their placing at the moment is so high. It's so crucial, because they're just playing smart PUBG.
I mean, and you see Juanita immediately, once he sees the targets, not engaging. Backs off, runs back, throws a nade to buy himself some more time. He needs it, he needs his teammates' help as well, and he's in a good position to do so. Now the guys from OP Rangers, though, we are reaching the point in the game at which these circles are getting so small that third parties are inevitable, especially when we're out here in the open. Armory Gaming, the help is coming up on the hill. LGE would be able to interact at some point soon, and you see just on the southern side of your minimap there, the edge of the players from OP Rangers as well. Circle, just about to pop.
Not far off at all. AG a little bit split up there. They're going to be potentially walking into LGE, who's giving an onslaught over to the purple team as 17 look to be approaching at the same time.
This circle could be really, really good for the guys on the east side on the free cave. If they can take out Nova, they have all that room to work with. There's no one out there to really contest them, and they would have a really good spot in the circle. Now Airwolf, though, you have 1 player trapped down behind the tree. They are outside the circle as well, with a new one popped just on the edge of Actus' compound. Will they be able to hold him off, though? Only time will tell. Entus inside a good position on the southern side as well. Somewhat newly added compound. We'll see if they can make things work for them, if they'll be forced to make a leave out here at some point soon. Jux with an 8. Not all more to it than that. The game is kind of slowed down a little. BF as well. Just chill and just the calm before the storm.
It's going to explode very soon, though, and this is exactly what we expected. Purple, they were completely surrounded. and they will now be eliminated as Shocks will finish them off. 9 teams left. Rangers still no kills, just taking that control, right? They've got that good position. They've got Actors just around them as well, so Actors got to be very careful here.
Interested in why Rangers actually decide to push up on this. They know that they saw the guys and Actors. Of course, they are the team to beat. I mean, they're sitting above them, and they need to get them killed before they die in all games if they want to get more points than them, obviously. So in that sense, it makes sense, but they know there are many teams in this area. They've heard all the commotions. They've seen the few knocks come in. And they need to just play it safe because they are in the circle.
Look at Actors' position as well, though, because they've got the buildings around them. Actually, if this fight comes in, it's going to leave some of the other teams open up trying to push into it, so this could benefit them completely here. Jaden's still able to get a knockdown onto the Nova CY player. Kale's coming on to Roa, though, so Afrika on the heavy fire from both directions at the moment.
The way that Armory Gaming and Rangers are positioned is that they both wait to get the third party.
Yeah.
They're waiting for this fight with Airwolf and Actors to pop off, and once it does, they'll just be sending it in. But I don't think either of these teams are expecting a team on the other side. Now we do see the guys in Monster Shield, winners of last game, go down in 9th. Beneficial for Freak of Freaks, as I said before. They will have a good spot there, but actually Yak pushing over with the vehicle, really smart play for him. He will have a lot of control with this position.
Oh boy, Boya looking to do some damage here. He's going to go straight for the finish as well. Timon taken out from LGE, but Boya does have to be
He's
careful.
all by himself.
Oh,
My God!
brilliant.
Boya! That's a good knock coming in right there.
Devastating shot. He's managing to get it done. He's going to go looking for the next knock as well. Let's see if he can find any more. Boya completely alone, isolated away from the rest of his team, but he is feeling it, and he wants to be able to do some more damage, get some further points up on the board for his team. Actors, though, still able to hold this position. Airwolf just looking for someone to make a mistake. Rangers not pushing up any further just yet. Like you said, waiting for that engagement, but a Freak of Freaks have been eliminated now. Entus getting the job done. Indigo, another Korean team, finishing him off.
Look at how much room there is on the eastern side of the circle. For 17 Gaming, they can just lay low and wait and
Chill.
wait and wait some more. They do have to make the run over towards the circle, but they have a high ground position on the right side of the road still that they can play from while all these other teams are going to fight. None of them are inside the next circle. Fights are just about to escalate.
That patience, though, there. The trigger finger of Rangers.
Did you see a helmet?
Yes, he's got it.
There's a helmet.
Does he go?
There's a helmet. There's a helmet. You have to take the shot. There you go. Good shot from Eska. You will only take it when you know you can get it. And down goes Hulk.
Godley's going to make his way around now. He's heard the first shots go off. Juan 2D needs to get in there as well. He needs to be able to fight this off. Oh,
This is what I was
very
saying.
difficult. They're all starting to push in. Great work there. He's going to try finish him. Can't quite get it done. Going to try push himself around. The sprays are coming out. They're dancing around the building at the moment. But Actors, they're still able to get some damage up on the board. He may be all alone. He's kept himself up high, but he's got to be oh so cautious right now. If he's got a grenade, this will be the time to throw it. And let's be honest, it's not even needed that Rangers have to push into this.
As soon as that knock came in from Eska, they sent it immediately. Hulk's death was the pinnacle for Airwolf. Now they're trying to get back out, but look who's waiting! Armory Gaming. They're gonna fourth party this right. Oh my God, what a great 6x ray coming in from DMG right there. Nice damage done by him taking out RDK in the process. Mental going down now as well.
Woo!
And Armory Gaming, they got 10 kills already.
Armory Gaming, they've come alive, they've pounced just at the right time, they've put the pressure onto Rangers, and at the same time though, this is giving Actors a good chance for him just to hide back and stay alive, right? 7 teams remaining, he could stay in this to get the points.
We got over half the remaining server outside the circle right now, fighting for potentially dead space, but they're all holding off each other so hard because they all
Godley
want a
was just
third
spotted as
party
well.
on this. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at the guys in Entus and the guys in LG and 17 on the north and east side. They have so much room to work with because you got all of them within the same 100-meter square. Airwolf will go down in the end, unfortunately. Denchi with a little damage down there will have to make the run for it himself, but he has all of Armory Gaming on the other side, just down the hill. Rangers have decided to make the run forward, and for Denchi, it's going to be a tough push inside the circle.
A lot of smoke so that he can try and play off. Armory Gaming, they're waiting for him. They're at 11 kills at the moment.
This could be a 1-point game for Actus Red if they go down now. That would be really, really horrible for them. They are still trying to get back the lead from the guys in LG, in Luminous Stars. This would not be the way they'd want to go out here on the final game of the day.
So much smoke usage being put in there. You can see So just trying to stay alive, but once again, brilliant work here. An absolute rampage is completely true. 12 kills up on there, and it's a nice spread between the whole team. They're playing a lot smarter this time around. Entus are coming into the fray as well, fighting off on the 17, who have left pretty much uncontested for a lot of this map here. Shots out in the open, though. He's got to be so careful. Yak's doing a lot of damage, but he can't get the finish on. He's going to take some damage from the circle and then start to move back out into it. Shock's also got to be so cautious. 17 know how crucial these points are going to be. But Entus, the only team with 4 players left alive, they're in such a good spot. Oh, God, LGE's position is not looking too good either, and they're actually fighting up against Armory Gaming, who have had such a dominant game so far. 5 teams remaining, and my God, I can't even try to call it. Entus in the best spot, but Armory Gaming, they just seem to be hitting everything. All their shots are connecting.
This is going to be extremely interesting finish to the game. And we do see Baba go down, so that's going to be OP Gaming. Rangers finish off. Show is on the wrong side of the road. They got quite a ways to go, but they need these knocks in order to be able to make a move forward. The guys in the Entus know exactly where they have them, and they will not let them cut across easily.
Good aim coming out there. Shock's taking a lot of damage. The Armory Gaming players, they're scattering out here. They don't want to be caught off guard whatsoever. Yak finds him. Shox is going to be going down. Lots of damage, and that'll be him finished off. That leaves only 1 player left alive for 17 as Armory Gaming. The circle's going to be coming in very soon. They're getting a little bit of extra loot here, seeing what they can find, especially in the grenade side of things. But actually, it's Entus. They're going to be raining in with all the shots coming in. Shows coming into the fray against LGE at the same time, using the car as some cover. Is it going to be enough, though? Shows under heavy fire. 1 health and a dream. How much longer can he stay alive? He goes in for a couple of shots, but he is eliminated. Their team goes down in 4th place, and now we're at the top 3 scenario. Entus Force in a great position.
LGE doing everything they can to stay put here, trying to make their vehicles useful coming into the last moments of this game. LG gets spotted, although Ahang trying to make the run for it. John Yang wants to get the long range taps and down to low HP, but not a whole lot more to it. Armory Gaming taking a lot of casualties as they make their run in the open too. Dai Yi, same thing for him. They're caught off in the open, and right now it's looking to go in the way of Entus Force.
4v2v1. Armory Gaming, they had so many kills in this game. They've made it to top 3. This is going to be a huge jump up for them.
Yang bleeds out. Not a whole lot more to it. Nobody's around to get the rest, but I got Dai Yi all by himself. And you get Son Yang and Yak. They're just waiting for him. They know there's 1 more player to deal with. And there you go, Armory Gaming. Actually, it's Armory Gaming eliminated first. That's so crucial for Dai Yi surviving that little bit longer, granting him more placement points than the other way around. But Entus Force, once again, 4th time today, a Korean victory on day number 2.
And that's going to make it real interesting now, because Entus Force, they were currently in 4th place with 46 points, 2 points away behind OP Rangers. This is the best placement that they're going to have had within quite a little while now, because they've had a couple of 2nd places in there, a couple of 3rds as well. It's the consistency we talk about time and time again. And this time around, they didn't just get the win. They also had, what, 12, 13 kills then?
Exactly. They were way up there. I mean, that's the thing with both them and the guys in OP Rangers. They're very much capable of having these top performance games, but a little bit of circles in their favor, some good positioning, and keeping 4 guys alive late. That'll give you everything you need to get yourself that chicken dinner.
Well, chicken dinners is what it's all about. And you got to say, Armory Gaming, though, right? They were so strong. They looked in a really good position. And we're going to see them kind of come into this and think, hey, look, we had a good end to this day. Let's bring into the final day and see what we can do, because we're right on the cusp of some big money.
For sure. I mean, we talked about them just being here and being in the bottom of the leaderboard and all that stuff. Scrap that. I mean, they got 13, I think 12 or 13 kills this game as well. Absolutely stellar performance coming up. I mean, if they can do that coming into tomorrow, there's no saying where they could end up on the leaderboards. But OG and Ensus will be the winners here of the final game. And again, such a good team coming out of Korea. And they show us right here. Give us a little bit of favor, and we will show you. Did not lose a single player in all of that game.
And that was the thing, right? For so long, they weren't really engaging in the fights. They wait till it gets down to the wire, then they start reacting. Then they start putting all of the heavy-hitting kills up. Yak, from distance, no matter where he was, right? He had that 8-time scope on go, and he was just pinpoint precision, getting rid of him every step of the way. I'm really looking forward to seeing this scoreboard get updated so we can find out exactly how this is going to turn around.
What's interesting to me is for some of these teams how little it takes to throw them off guard.
Mm.
When you have a team in Actors Red who has been doing extremely well today, that one game
Yeah.
where they lost Juanita early on, they got 9th place. The one game now where they lose Star-Lord really early on, they get 9th as well. It's as if, I mean, when you have all 4 guys together, they just plow on through,
Yeah.
they take everyone down, but it's as if they only function if all the 4 pillars are there.
But I think this is what it is. Other teams are starting to wise up to it, right?
Of course.
It's like, okay, look, we see what Actos is. We're going to be aware there could be a player scouting around, right? If we can take down one, we can upset their balance a little bit and throw them off guard. So now this is where they need to evaluate their game plan from game 2 and say, okay, look, let's go into day 3. What can we change up? How can we make ourselves a little bit more unpredictable and a little bit more to work with on here?
For sure.
I really can't wait to see what this scoreboard's going to show us.
No, it's
man.
going to be interesting. But to take away from yesterday's games to today, for sure, more confident fighting. And even when I say confident fighting, they were more snaking today than we saw yesterday. And I like that because that also means that you don't have to jump around like a crazy cowboy and try and get kills all the time. You can try and lay low, play the safe game, play it slow, trying to get the information needed in order to make a play. You don't have to rush in just because you see a person you can shoot at.
This is what we're looking at here, Toby. Okay, L-Stars still in first, 73 points. They finished in 13th on that last game with no kills, so they didn't get any benefit,
0 points,
right?
0 points.
Actos Red, like you said, only walked away with 1 kill, 6th place. They could be in first right now. They just had a little bit more to work with. OGN enters fourth. First place, 8 points. 11 kills at the end of that as well. That puts them in third place with 65 points.
They're up there as well now then.
But remember, they were 1 point behind OP Rangers, who are now in fourth with 49. 48 at the time. They had 1 kill on this recent game.
Yeah.
And they were 1 point behind. Now they've jumped up to third place with 65 points. Clear, heavy leaders here. One thing to note as well is that 17 game, they still retain their position. They had 3 kills in that game of 4th place. LG, that 2nd place has helped them out a lot. They've moved into 6th. Nova has actually gone up because they had 5 kills. Even though they finished 9th, 5 kills has now pushed them into 7th. SSS. Oh, yes, they've got themselves into the top 8. Aerowolf, who have done so well, right? They've now fallen into 9th because they only got 3 kills in that game despite finishing out on the 7th.
What's interesting to me is that how we said during the middle of the day that Actus and Luminous Stars were completely untouchable. One good game, like one top game with 10 plus kills and a victory for OGN Ensis in the first game tomorrow, they'll be sitting in first place.
This is nutty. This is absolutely... I didn't expect to get this close. And also, out of 4 games, 3 Korean winning teams, 1 Taiwan.
What's interesting to me is the fact that Luminous Stars just have not at all been able to rise to what they did yesterday. They had a good 3rd place game, but other than that, if you're looking at their kills, it just hasn't... What do we have? 13th. We had 2 kills, 3 kills, 6 kills, and then a 0 kill game, right?
That's rough.
The way that they just dominated everything yesterday, every single time they were forced into a fight, they came out with 4 guys on top, wiping the entire enemy team. We see the leaderboard here on our screens as well. Down in the bottom is the early game kill heavy guys in SSS. Armory Gaming, they got a good game. They're 14 points in the final game, way up in 12th place.
They went from last to 12th place. That gives them a nice little boost, right?
Yeah.
And this is one of the teams we said about. They really shouldn't have even been here. They came through because of the visa issues that other teams in their region felt. Now we see SSS from China. They've moved down to 8th. Nova jumped up massively across just this entire day now, pushed into 7th. But look at this. The Chinese team still at the very top, L-Stars, even despite a really tough game.
Look at the top 8. Had Nova not won that game, we'd be seeing a full Chinese and Korean leaderboard. This is absolutely insane. Top 8 and only 3 countries represented. That just goes to show these regions, they are very, very dominant in Asia.
Yeah, this is pure PUBG competition at its best, right? This is at its finest. This is what we came here to see. And you can just see how much of a difference, right? Playing well on day 1 can mean absolutely nothing when it comes down to day 2.
Oh, yeah.
Look how this
everything can happen.
L-Stars may still be on top, right? But look, everyone is so much closer. They've got serious competition now. They may have fought after day 1. Hey, look, we're looking in a really good position. $250,000 sounds pretty nice, but it's not guaranteed. And it's not even guaranteed tomorrow. If they play like this again, then that's lights out. They might not even finish with